Hey, yo, if it's not BetUS TV, it's not for me.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, y'all, so I was thinking about the free safety position as it relates to the Philadelphia Eagles and our man Sidney Brown. Now, you still going to have some naysayers out there who are going to think that Sidney Brown will eventually take over the strong safety spot over my man Reed Blankenship, but I think's not. So having Sidney Brown, who is extremely physical, definitely has a role on the team at the free safety position. I just don't like it, man. As we can see right here, sometimes I think his range, not quite there, but just not the best use of his skill set. And I would say the same thing for Lewis Seen, who's waiting in the wings as well. That's why I'm hoping that my dream comes true and my favorite player in this draft, the guy who I think is the very best safety in this draft, regardless of how it plays out, if someone goes before him or not, he is the best safety in this draft. And this is something that I co-signed, and I will show on this video that I co-signed in his first game as a true freshman here. And even before then, right? So you'll know the backstory on that there. But with this 32nd pick right here, if my man is able to slide down here to the Philadelphia Eagles, and that will be one Malaki Starks from the University of Georgia, it's a wrap. It's an absolute wrap. I'm telling you this right now. That defense for years to come is going to be nasty anyway because of what's going on up front. But having Malaki Starks on the back end with Reed Blankenship, you're talking about some crazy-ass football intelligence back there. Oh, my God. The versatility of Malaki Starks alone, having Sidney Brown on the roster and Lewis Seen as well, what you could do there. And the same deal was going on at the cornerback position, right? Oh, I might have to tap into that a little bit as well there. But having those guys on the back end with what's going on up front, on the second level and everything, come on. But how will we get to this particular point right here where the best safety may be available at 32? Because of the damn combine. Now, listen, a combine should be used as a method of, let me see, how would I put this here? It should support things that you already see on film. Malaki Starks here, we see 6'1", 197 pounds, great size for a free safety. We see here though, this is what might ding him, right? Which it shouldn't, right? I'm going to be honest right here. I still don't think he'll make it to the 32nd pick. He's too damn good. I feel as strong about Malaki Starks as I felt about Jalen Carter. Remember that whole thing that I did before that draft with Jalen Carter? And I single-handedly willed him to the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to do that with Malaki Starks too, but we're way down in picks, right? This dude is that good. I'm telling you this right now. Like, you better listen to me, right? A 4.5 40-yard dash, which is a good time, right? It's a good time. But I think some people confuse range, FBI, his tackling ability, man, just the different things that he can do, the versatility first and foremost, man. You know what I mean? I said it in this video that you'll see that I did in his true freshman season, or multiple videos that I did in his first few games, right? He was just standing out. I thought that he was good enough to be switched to cornerback. And he would have been a star cornerback at the University of Georgia, which is a school that produces star cornerbacks. He's got that type of skill set. That is rare. There's nobody on the team who can do that. Lewis Seen can't cover man coverage. Reed Blankenship can't cover in man coverage. Sidney Brown can't cover in man coverage. This dude is every bit like Chauncey, right? Like a CJ, like Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. He would fit right in and would be CJ, except he wouldn't come with all the malice and shit like that CJ brings, right? Which a lot of people think is great for the team as well. But you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why they ran this dude off the team twice. Think about that right there. So a 33-inch vertical leap and all that right there. I really do not care about what this dude tests, right? I've seen every single game of this dude, man. He is incredible. And this is my position, right? You know, the safety position, the running back position, these are going to be the positions that I safety in. Of course, off-ball linebacker as well, which I was moved to from safety. These, I can just sense it and see it. Just sense it and see it, man. All right, real quick before I bring in those videos, I wanted to compare him to Chauncey because I think they do have very similar skill sets. It will be a direct plug and play. I would put my man right in there, right in there at the beginning, you know what I'm saying? No questions asked. He would be a day one starter for me on this particular team, Malaki Starks. 5'11", 210 pounds for Chauncey, coming out of the University of Florida. We know his skill set, right? If you look right here, my man ran a 4.48. So you have 4.48 for Chauncey, 4.5, right? 4.5 flat for Malaki Starks. Yeah, that's negligible, right? That's a very minuscule. That's a minuscule difference between these guys as far as the 40-yard dash goes, right? Chauncey, very, very good football intelligence as well. Chauncey's a big hitter. Malaki Starks, not necessarily a big hitter. He's a short tackler. He fits very much with a Reed Blankenship, with a Quinyon Mitchell. These guys aren't trying to knock you out. They're trying to get you on the ground efficiently, right? Same deal with Cooper DeJean, right? We're bringing in these solid, efficient tacklers. Right? We know Chauncey will lay your ass out like creased khakis. However, he will bounce off tackles as well. Malaki Starks, that's not him. He's going to get you on the ground. So 36-inch vertical leap there. Did a little bit. We already know what's going on right there. So I love Chauncey's skill set. There's no doubt about that. Not a big fan of Chauncey and how he comes across and how he will hurt his team, being selfish on the field there. So you hate to see somebody like that go. He definitely was an integral part of Super Bowl run. But, man, bringing in the Malaki Starks and having that guy for the next however many years, that shit would be absolutely incredible. And it would be incredible, too, if you headed over to BetUS for all your predictions, picks, and analysis. Man, these guys are doing it big over there. They have several shows that I be tuned into, getting it on, getting my knowledge bank filled, whether we were talking about, of course, with the NCAA basketball, which they did a good job on there. Of course, we're talking about our current now with football, right? They're talking about the draft real heavy coming up here soon. Baseball got under the way. You know your boys are a huge baseball fan, been doing it big, but y'all know how I get down with combat sports. And if you listen to your boy, I told you about Patty Pimblett going over on your boy Michael Chandler and the odds that they were giving on that. Now we have some huge boxing coming up here in the next couple of weeks. I wanted to talk to y'all about your boy Teofimo Lopez going against Arnold Barboza. They're giving plus 200 to Arnold Barboza Jr., and, man, I kind of like that, right? Teofimo Lopez, very susceptible to guys who can box, and I think Arnold Barboza can do just that. We'll see what Teofimo Lopez shows up, but beyond that, man, they got minus 1,200 to Devin Haney over Jose Ramirez, and they got a huge joint going with your boy Ryan Garcia at negative 750, plus 475 coming back on Rolando Rolly Romero. So let me know what you think about that, man. But if you need your knowledge bank filled, BetUS is that all day long. Let's go. Oh my goodness, please tell me you saw this one, Slim. Your man Malaki Starks already making some serious plays. Oh my God. What did I just see? 5-star freshman in the first quarter of his very first collegiate game making a play like that? What was it? Come on, man. You know we have to diagram this one out right here. It looks to be, I would say, a little bit of a combination coverage right here. You're going to have a bailout over the top here, looking like man coverage from Keely Ringo here. Javon Bullard, though, he stays to guard the flat. So that would denote to me that you got a lot of pressure coming here and somebody needs to be at home in the flat. So what that would do is bring a slot fade here or a slot streak, right, on this young man right here, 5-star freshman, top 10 player in the country, was an athlete. When I saw him, he was a quarterback. And I was like, this is one of the most impressive looking kids I've ever seen in my life. Actually, let's see it from this angle right here. You see right there, Bullet passing it off, Keely Ringo following there, and you see at the moment of truth scenario. You're a young man. You're in this position right here, and this is a moment of truth scenario with them going down the field. I want you to look at this. He turned inside. What I always tell you guys about turning inside. Never a big fan of it. That's where I want you to be right there. He did that. He turned inside and then turned back outside and then contorted his body. He was kind of off playing this a little bit, but look at that. Outward stretch. Starks out here stretching like Mr. Fantastic and Blakata. Come on, man. What are we doing right here? I thought Georgia didn't have any more talent left on defense, Cletus. Yeah, still loaded.
Flock Rosa, cook it up.
Flock Rosa on the track.
Mama, there goes that man again. Once again, superstar, defensive back, freshman extraordinaire, Malaki Starks back at it again with an early game turnover. Man, what can't this kid do? He's incredible thus far early in the season. So Georgia's going to be in the cover 3 right here, right? Get a 3-deep shell. You got Kwame Lassiter, obviously, getting a third of the field right there. You have Keely Ringo out here. Let's just say he's out here getting a third of the field. And that man, Chris Smith, there, the man, Chris Smith right there, of course, you'll have him posted up in the middle of the field, right? Running that post safety. What South Carolina's going to do is right here is they're going to bring Jaheim Bell in motion, who is a complete animal freak I talked about in the offseason. At least I hinted at it. This guy needs to be in the first round on someone's roster. He is a complete weapon. He's going to go in motion and pinch down and block. So this squeezes this down. You get Austin Stogner right here on a bang 8. You get this receiver right here. He's running to the post, but you'll get your man Juju right here, Juju McDowell, running a wheel route. So maybe they did recognize this and they expected this to be vacated with Stogner going here and then Kwame Lassiter having to get depth here off of this third coverage. But no, you can see this man right here follow his keys and follow this all the way out. Look at him pinch down and then bang. Look at him right here grabbing the back out of the backfield. I'm not sure if Rattler wasn't expecting that or anything like that, but then you know what happens next. Look at this. Jakob. Come on, man. He ran the route for Juju McDowell. This kid is amazing in coverage. Me and my man Les Vegas talked about this before. I wonder if this kid is like a Jalen Ramsey type. I don't know if you guys remember this. Jalen Ramsey was a safety at first, and his dream position was always to be a corner in Florida State. They eventually moved him to corner, and the rest is history, right? He's on his way to being one of the better corners of this generation. I wonder if this guy like that, if he'll eventually get moved to corner, because that's the big name position. He could shut down half a field there. But you'll see it once again right here widening. Actually, there's your Keely Ringo over here. So I'm not sure what they're doing right there, but there's your deep third coverage right here. Once again, you can see that man pinch down and follow it out the backfield. They even had some stuff right here, right? But this being a play action, almost looks like this could be some type of split zone, right? You get the split flow action, and he's still not deterred. Stays on his landmarks there, follows Juju McDowell while being able to eye Spencer Rattler. And I'm not sure exactly what Rattler was doing. He throws off his back foot, and Jakob. Nasty. Come on, man. You guys got to let me know. Do you like this guy at safety, or eventually do you like him at the money position to where, hell, he could be like a Derek Stingley type and be a top 2 or 3 pick? He is that damn versatile, man. I'm telling you. So let me know, y'all. But once again, your man back at it. Strike the band.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.